Hello, welcome to Tamburi Mundi, the second day Tamburi Mundi frame drum channel from our festival in Freiburg in Germany. Today we have 2 hours of frame drum channel and with some guests, with some inspirations about rhythm, about instruments. And so I will start half an hour with a small program of frame drums. We have one clarinet and we have one oud. Of course, the oud can replace sometimes the bass player, but normally the oud is also playing melody lines. So the idea was that the percussion maybe can have the function or the role of a bass player. So we started to combine different bass frame drums, and so from this I started to explore more and more combinations. And I think also I know other frame drummers, like in Israel, a colleague is Kobi Hagol, I think. Yes, Kobi, if you are watching, hello. So he also started many years ago to combine this frame drum. So this is another approach, and this is another concept of frame drumming. It's not the let me say the usual or traditional way to turn these wheels, let me say tuning wheels. And this is an instrument from Hedwichak, Christian Hedwichak. And these drums are specially built for playing on the floor. The bass frame drum, that is, as I said, they are quite stable, quite heavy. So that is a special construction to have this very powerful sound. And you can play really very easily with fingers here. And the drum does not move away. Okay, so after a while, because I've also played many years with a friend from Korea, you know, maybe this is a drum from Korea, a tango drum. It's played with sticks on each side. So I love this concept of having this movement here, right, from right and left. So the frame drum is normally in this position, right? But here you have another way to hit the drum. So I don't play tango, but I just pretend to play tango. But as I said, with my Korean, the Kim, his name is Kim, and with his band I worked a lot, and I was very impressed about this idea, about the way of playing. And so I was thinking how I can transfer these movements on frame drum. So the idea came, and if you put these 2 frame drums, right and left, you have really a totally different feeling, and you sit different, your position is different. So you open automatically more your breast, and you play. Yes, it's more or less the same idea. So here you can play, for example, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as I said, the movement is like a bird. On the right hand, you can play something else. the both hands. And so here, in that way, we have another concept. This is a concept of two voices. Here I have the ostinato pattern, right? Here from the side you can see. And on the right I have more the solistic hand, right? Here you can see. So the movement goes this way, and I have the feeling this is another way of thinking, another way of using your muscles, your arms. And so I like the combination of different movements. So this is what I discovered the last years. So one movement is, yes, for example, you have it here on the lap. You have this movement, right? Use this muscles here. The rest is turning here, hand, and so this gives you another impulse here for the sound. And also here you have a totally different approach. And also if you play up right, for example, you have a you can move totally differently the drums in your hand. You can and as I said yesterday, in the free hand position, for example, between the legs, this is another movement. It's more on the ground, let me say, on the earth. Here I have a and combining these different positions, holding and movements, I have the feeling there is a much better balance in the whole body. So you are not always in this position, right? You are not always here in that way. So you can switch with different positions. Of course, you have to get used to each of the positions, but I think it's just takes time a little bit to practice, but this is not a big thing, I think. Yeah, so this is the side from two sides, the drumming, and of course I can put here also. Are free, you can change to the the techniques for special Boran rotation. You can use it here in that way. The split hand is also very simple here. You can see. Right. So this is sidewise instead of here on the drum. So this opens a little bit more also your ideas, your inspiration, because here you have other options when you play. Another thing is, what I also like is to connect the instruments. You can see here. So this is a simple screw system. You know it maybe here. You just can fix the two drums, and so here I have a kind of, yes, I have a kind of snare, so Abonnieren. Again, there is a tonality. So I use it, for example, I put the drum on the floor, you can see. And the good thing is the drum is on the floor, my foot is again inside, right? I press here, and so the drum is more or less free in the air. So my hands are free. I can play on this drum. I don't have to hold the drum because this drum is fixed here. So the two drums are holding each other. Also, I can while I play, I can do other things. For example, take the other drum. Or if someone is calling you, you can go on your phone. That's a kind of free hand position, but you play lap style, right? And the good thing is I don't have to carry any stands, because carrying stand is, yes, in my age, maybe if you're younger, it's no problem. But after 40, you think of carrying less, playing more. And also I can turn it that way. So here the same, the drum is, the stand is now a smaller drum. Right, so the good thing is, for example, if I play this drum in lap style, it would be like this. And so sometimes it's not so good for the shoulders to practice long. So here, first, again, both hands are free. second is the position. Another option is to have the drum between your legs, right? Here you can play with both instruments very easily. Again, here I have the concept of two instruments. So one is the ostinato pattern, and here's the solo. And you can bring one more drum. Also, if you want, you can bring the fourth. So you have a really small orchestra with different bass melodies. So maybe I should be a bass player. I don't know, because I like the bass sounds, and especially frame drums have these big resonances. For that reason, I like it. Also, another thing is, if you have these two drums fixed, you can put them on the floor, and so they don't fall down. Sometimes I use them in a concert, so I don't need an extra stand. As I said, when I want to play only one drum, it's also possible, right? So. So the other is just can be here, and also you can change the angle. And here you have a totally relaxed position. The hand is here, and okay. So I think I can show you much more, but I think that's enough for today. And if you have any questions, you can write in the chat. And yeah. There's no question. Great. So thank you. And in a few minutes, in 2 minutes, we will continue with Francesco.
work a little bit on a simple pattern, and we shift our hands in order to make them a little bit independent. So we just work on a 4/4 pattern. We will keep with the left hand. I will bring the drum as you are seeing, but you can keep it in any way you want. Today we are not focusing on timbrical parameters or sound. It's just about independence. So you can take it like this, or you can take it in freehand style, or you can take it upright, as you want. Whatever you feel comfortable, please feel free to do it. So just start keeping our layer, which is simple, dum and pa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just dum and pa. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the right hand, we will work on the tas, so on the rim. And first of all, we subdivide this dum and pa into 8 notes, or 16 notes if you are thinking in quarter notes. So 4 subdivision each beat, which will be takka dimmi, 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 takka dimmi. On the ta, we will work with the second finger, the index. We give the accent on the first ta. And the other, let's say, weaker beat, we will beat it with the fourth, the ring finger. So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the first exercise we can do on this is to focus once alternatively, once on one time on the left hand and the other time on the right hand. So we play stronger the left hand and very slow, very soft the right hand, and do the opposite the next time. So when we say dum and pa, we play stronger, louder dum and pa. Same when we say takadimi takaju. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dum, pa, dum, pa. Takadimi takajuno, takadimi takajuno, dum, pa, dum, pa. Takadimi takajuno, takadimi takajuno, dum, pa, dum, pa. Takadimi takajuno, takadimi takajuno, taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno. So the tricky thing in this kind of exercise is to take care to the sound and to be aware that we have the same sound every beat. So the tak, 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 tak. The ta sound should be the same, and also when we do the pa strong and soft. So when we play, we are playing both together, but our mind is switched in two, and one time focus on left hand to play louder, but the same level, not to do like it's not. We have to also always to think in a melodical way. So the first is the accent. Same sound. So again, another couple of minutes. 1, 2, 3, and taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do. Another little step is that when we play soft takadimi takajuno, there is one part of our mind that it should be aware, same, that there is a small accent on the takadimi takajuno. Even if we don't play the accent, we know that the phrase is takadimi takaju, takadimi takaju, takadimi takaju. Taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do pa taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno do. Yes, so first, just summarizing, first we have the layer 1, 2, 3, 4 do pa do pa. Then we add the other end, the subdivision, taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno, the taks. Then we start to work on the dynamics. So first we focus on the left hand, stronger, and then on the right hand, stronger. And when we do this, we should be aware that the phrase is keeping the same also in the right hand. So we have to be very focused on the sound, so the same sound, same level, and that even if I don't play, I know where the accents are. So taka di mi taka juno taka di mi taka juno. So now the next thing we can do in this shape, we can subdivide the takadimi takajuno. And for example, we can double every D of the takadimi. We have takadimi, takajuno. We can do takadimi, 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 takadimi. Yes? Just doubling one syllable. Instead of doing takadimi, we do takadimi, takadimi. So we have do, ta, do, ta, takadimi, takajuno, takadimi, takajuno, takadimi, takajuno, takadimi, takajuno. So we are doubling the third syllable of the subdivision, takadimi, takajuno. If you want to say always takadimi, always of course you can do takadimi, takadimi, taka, kitaka, taka, tikami, taka, tikami, taka, tikami, taka, tikami, taka, jukamo, taka, tikami, taka, jukano. Yes? So let's practice a little bit without accent, without anything, just this. And but the fingering I'm using is taka, then I double the same fingering, D, and then I finish with the index finger. So there is a kind of rebound, and I start again with the index finger. Taka, di, mi, taka, di, mi, taka, di, mi, taka, di, mi, taka. Yeah? 1, 2, ready, go. Taka, di, mi, taka, juno, 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 taka, di, mi, taka. We need to take care, of course, of the sound and also of the position. I don't know how you are keeping the drum, but take care about the tucks. And when we split, we use the split hand, we have this flow. So the hand, the finger, the right hand fingers are hitting more or less the same part of the drum. The same sound. And also when you do this, you can also even play with dynamics, because as you see, we have just a question and answer, because when we do the doom, we don't have the skin is resonant, but when we do the pa, we can choose to keep the left hand on the skin to stop the beats. And so we have one takadimi open, let's say, and one takadimi close. So you are questioning and answering beats. If I leave, yes, I can also play with these dynamics. And it helps me. For example, I can build a phrase. I can choose to do one open, one closed, and one open. So do, pa, do, do, closed, do, open. Yeah. Now let's make some trickier things. Instead of thinking in subdivision in 4, let's think about triplets. So we have our layer, same. Do, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of thinking in ta, ka, di, mi, ta, ka, di, mi, ta, ka, di, mi, etc., we do ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And with the right hand, we do this on the tacks. First, we do always starting with the index. Ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. Then we do continuing, keeping to alternate the fingers. So ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki. So index and ring. Ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, yes, so the first exercise with the index, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. Second, alternating, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. Of course, also in these exercises, you can do the exercises on the dynamics. So first the left hand stronger, then the right hand, as we did before. Another thing we can do now to improve our independence is that instead of thinking of ta-ki-ta, ta-ki-ta, we still keep to think in triplets, but we subdivide the triplets in takadimi. So instead of having 4 triplets, we have 3, let's say, quadruplets, 3 takadimi. So it's ta-ki-ta, 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 takadimi, 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 I keep the subdivision in triplets, but the grouping is different. So the accent is shifted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have tacca, dimmi, tacca, dimmi, tacca, dimmi, tacca, dimmi, tacca, dimmi, tacca, tacca, dimmi, Okay? Another step is, as we did before, to subdivide the taccadimi. So, taccadimi, 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 remember? But in this subdivision in triplets. So we have taccadimi, 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 dimmi, taccadimi, 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 sorry. Taccadimi, 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 dimmi, taccadimi, 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 wow. Now, the last thing I will want to show, we keep this triplet subdivision, but we double it. We start to double it. So we have takit, 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 Okay, on this subdivision, takit, 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 takit. We build a little phrase which repeats 3 times on this subdivision. The phrase is ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, 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 takita. Ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, 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 takita. We repeat 3 times this phrase, and we put this repetition with this accent I showed you on our 4 beats thought in triplets. So we have takit, 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 takit. Yeah, this is our subdivision layer. The phrase is ta, takita, ta, takita. Yeah, ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, takita, ta, takita, 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 takita. Again, ta, takita, afraid because I wrote this. Now I will show you. Please, yes, thank you. That's it. We have the do and pa, do, pa, and we put the phrase on this. So 1, 2, 3, and sorry. Yes, again, we will play until the end this. 1, 2, tuck it, 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 tuck Okay, this is the trickiest thing, the end. You can work it. You can work as a as a step by step, starting by subdivision in four, then in triplet, then you double the triplet, and then you can do this phrase, which, as you saw, shift the accent. So you need to be very steady, and you have to be the subdivision in your mind, and then putting the accent. I will share with you the scores, so if you like, you can work on that. Thank you for this, and we will see in the next days online or in presence or whatever. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao.
Yes, thank you, Francesco. And we continue now with Ganesh Kumar. Hello, Ganesh.
Hello, Murad. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you?
Very good, Murad. Greetings from India, and we love you all at this very hardest time in the century we are passing through. So we send our prayers, we send our love and greetings from 1.3 billion people from India to you all. Very good, Murad.
Thank you very
Greetings from
much. Thank you very
India,
much.
and we love you all
We will
at
just
this
check the
very hardest
audio.
time in the
once
century we
more
are
because
passing
I
through.
hear
So
your
we send
voice
our
double
prayers, we
time.
send our love and greetings from 1.3 billion people from India to you all. There is some echo going on.
Thank you very much.
And we love you all.
We will
at
just
this,
check the
very hardest
audio.
time,
Yes.
in
Can you
the
hear me
century we
more
are
because
passing
I
through.
hear your
So we
voice
send our
double
prayers,
time.
we send our love and greetings from 1.3 billion people from India to you all. There is some echo going on.
Thank you very much.
And we love you all.
We will
at
just
this,
check the
very
audio.
hardest time,
Yes.
in
Can you
the
hear me
century we
more
are
because
passing
I
through.
hear your
So we
voice
send our
double
prayers,
time.
we send our love and greetings from 1.3 billion. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now?
I think we have to solve here the audio.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello? But too much delay. Can you hear me now?
I think we have to solve here the audio.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello? But too much delay. Can you hear me now?
I think we have to solve here the audio. Kannst du diesen Lautsprecher ein bisschen lauter machen, weil ich da nicht so gut höre? Kannst du diesen Lautsprecher ein bisschen lauter machen, weil ich dann...
Yes.
Hi, Ganesh. Can we check once more?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
But it should not get echo voice again.
Perfect now. I can hear you very good.
Great, great. I can hear you also perfectly.
Wow, so the connection is made.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
But it should not get echo voice again.
Perfect now. I can hear you very good.
Great, great. I can hear you also perfectly.
Wow, so the connection is made.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you switch off your YouTube?
I don't have any YouTube. Only the Zoom connection right now.
Perfect,
I can
perfect.
hear you also perfectly.
Wow, so the connection is made.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you switch off your YouTube? So
I don't have
we will
any
solve the
YouTube.
we will solve the
Only the
problem.
Zoom connection right now.
Perfect,
I can
perfect.
hear you also perfectly. Can you hear me?
Okay. So one more try.
Yes.
So I think we can start now speaking. I think we solved the problem.
Oh,
Got it.
perfect. Perfect.
Third try, everything is perfect now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, sorry. So sorry for this problem that you
Very
had.
good. Very good. I'm great. Everything is, this is an indication. Every problem is solved on the third try. So the third wave of the pandemic will solve everything, and then from there we will go to the normalcy back, definitely. And I'm happy I could able to join this year festival of Tamburi Mundi. Seeing you persons. And participate in the festival. It's very much I'm happy, I'm grateful.
Yes, we are thinking of. You remember when you came here? I don't know exactly. It was 6 years ago, something like this. Was a very beautiful time when you were here with your concert, with your workshops, and looking forward to see you here again.
Definitely, definitely. We have to connect again, and I'm eagerly waiting forward. At least next year, if everything comes back to normalcy, and play with you, great masters of frame drummers participating in this festival. It's a great family of musicians. It's a great energy with all the musicians coming over there, particularly on the Friday night. Midnight till midnight, everyone drumming is songing, it's dancing, it's a great rhythm, great food, of course, man, you plates and plates of salads.
You still remember the Friday night. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yes, definitely, definitely. Looking forward.
Where are you at the moment now?
I'm right now in the southern part of India, the city called Chennai, which is my hometown. Very beautiful town, musical town, and it is called the Mecca of the Carnatic music. And the the Jews of the Carnatic musicians are living here. They are fantastic salvards, legends, great top class musicians living there. The Carnatic music is very powerful in this city, and I have been born and brought up in this city, played with many musicians, many concerts over for the past 40 plus years with the different musicians with this small instrument called kanjira.
Yes, yes. And in between, you also lived in the States, or how was it?
Yeah, when I get my fellowship in 2000, I had to live in New York City for 2 years. And from that time onwards till 2011, I was mostly living in US in different places like Washington, San Francisco, Florida, and different places. Then when my kids started growing, as a father, I have huge responsibility to take care of my kids. So I slowly moved back to Chennai and keep going between, one leg in Chennai and another leg in New York City. So at least 3 to 4 times in a year, going back and forth to India and the US continuously.
Yeah. And how old are your children?
My children, my first son is 18 years. He plays Carnatic guitar. He completed the 12th grade and he is going to college. And my second son is 16 years. He is in the 11th grade, and he plays the gattam. Everyone is, they want. I want them to come up in the music. I want them. I don't want them to put in the computer or engineering or anything. Nothing. I want them to play music. I want them to play music throughout their life.
Yes, and they like it. They enjoy it, I think.
They enjoy very much. Particularly, my first son plays the Carnatic music in guitar, which is very rare. Guitar is a Western instrument, mostly used for different Western jazz or Western genres. So, playing Carnatic music in guitar is only a handful of musicians playing. So, he's doing fantastic, and he's learning, and he's using this pandemic lockdown times for practicing, and he's doing great job.
Nice. Also, do you also play together sometimes?
Wow, we present concerts. We playing together with my two sons. We present a full-fledged Carnatic music concert, like 2.5 hours, playing different composers' song. So it's a family trio group kind of.
Wow, that's amazing. Nice.
And I saw your daughter and son playing the frame drum and taking the lineage from you, taking the tradition from you, learning from you. In fact, they sat with me in the Kanjira class when I came to Freiburg, and particularly your son. Wow, you know, like father, like son. So he has the same mind. He's learning, and he's learning the technique, and now they improved a lot. I see huge transformation. Your children, and they're playing fantastic. The fingers are moving like anything.
Yeah. Yes, I think we have in this maybe in this sense we have very similar. Um, uh, yes, with your kids, with my kids. Maybe one day we can make two trios coming together.
Definitely.
Very nice, very nice. And now you're at home or in a special place?
No, I'm at home. I have my music class studio, small studio, where I teach and take online lessons. Where do I do my recordings, and it's my home studio.
Nice, nice, beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, so you told us that Chennai is a center for Carnatic music, and you also showed us your small instrument. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about kanjira, or how you came to the instrument and why you play kanjiras. And sorry, I make many questions at the same time, and especially what do you love in the kanjira? So what is it that is so attractive for you in this small instrument?
Particularly to become a Carnatic musician, particularly if you want to be a Carnatic percussionist, you have to learn Mridangam first. Mridangam is a barrel-shaped two-handed drum, where you have to learn at least 4 to 5 years spent in learning the Mridangam. After that, you can specialize in the instrument called kanjira or gatam or the morsing or any instrument like when you study a doctor for a basic doctorship for 4 years. After that you specialize, you become a dentist or you become a cardiologist or you become a whatever you want, become a specialist. Same way you have to learn mridangam first. So I learned mridangam at least for 5-6 years, and I started playing slowly concerts in the mridangam. Okay, I saw the kanjira artists at that time playing, particularly the legendary Harishankar by name, and he is a great inspiration for me. And when I saw him playing, the tone from this small drum, it's amazing. It's a wonderful drum. So I told my teacher, he's a great Gatam legend, Subhash Chandran is my teacher. He's a fantastic Konakolatis and a Gatam player. I told him I want to switch over from Mridangam to Kanjira, and he himself suggested, okay, you stop playing Mridangam, you take the Kanjira, start playing the Kanjira. So I spent another 2-3 years in learning the Kanjira, the techniques, because whatever you play in one hand on the Mridangam, you have to play 2 hands, you have to play in one hand. So I like the sound, I like the deep, the bass ranges, that got inspired me, and I started learning this drum. Particularly this kanjira is not like 500-600 years old. It started from 1930s or 40s, came to the Carnatic music stream. Particularly you heard the instrument called tawul. It's a temple drum. Brings out huge high sound, played mostly in the temples and auspicious occasions. Those tawul players brought up this kind of instrument. Particularly they fixed this special skin. It's a monitor lizard skin. They would have found to fix fish skin or buffalo skin or snake skin. They have tried with different skins, but they finally end up with fixing this one, monitor lizard skin. The monitor lizard is a special skin. It has the resonance. It goes ups and downs. When it dries, it goes up. Though you have to put water on the back to get moisture to to get the pitch down, so that the kanjira player keeps 3-4 kanjiras on the stage, and they keep switching the kanjira to get the right tone from the instruments. So that's how I slowly started understanding about the instrument, playing, and then slowly playing concert in the Carnatic music platforms. But Carnatic music platform is very limited because this instrument is a sub-accompanying instrument in the Carnatic platform. Mridangam is the main instrument. So after the Mridangam only Kanjira and Gatam. So we are all like side artists, like, either they take for the concert, otherwise they won't take. Mridangam is the main. Without Mridangam, no Carnatic concert happen. So the Mridangam artists gets, they have the invitation, but the Kanjira artists, not like, you have to be super extraordinary, you have to be super supportive. So I found myself to take this instrument, to mainstream, to feature. So I found so many things, bringing up different ideas, different approach in playing. So that's how I developed this instrument to bring to the mainstream platform.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for the beautiful view of the history also of the instrument. And so what I always think is when I practice at home, because I also practiced kanjira many years ago. So that was I like this close the contact to the instrument. So that was what I really enjoyed a lot. It was like I wanted to play. You know, I was like it was like an obsession.
Yes.
The small drum,
Mm.
and also maybe the development of amplification. I think this has had maybe also an effect on the kanjira. What do you think? Because
Yes.
if you play a kanjira without amplification in a room,
Yeah.
it's a different character than a kanjira in a concert with an amplification where you make the bass,
Yes.
especially bass, boom boom.
Yeah.
So do you think that this let me say the technical development of good microphones, of good loudspeakers made an effect on the instrument, or that the instrument get more popular? What do you think?
Definitely, of course, because it's a very sensitive skin. It needs the microphone. But I don't know how in the olden days they played without the microphone. But when the technology improves, when the inventions happening, so when we get good microphones, good speakers, we get the real tone of the, we can able to enjoy the sound of the kanjira. In 2000, during my time in New York City, I had to play a concert with different musician in New York City in the Central Park West. It's an open air concert. So I took my kanjira bag. I went to the Central Park Garden concert. You know, the New York City, the weather is during August, September is too much of moisture. It's little bit of cold. It's an open concert. What happened? This skin, it's very sensitive skin, and I didn't put water anything. The skin becomes so much loose. The skin becomes so much, dead kind of a tone. I didn't get any low end. The skin is not going up. So what happened? I have to run to some apartment, a local kitchen. I have to put it in the heat so that I get the little bit. Then I found it. I think we get good microphone, good speakers, good technology. The sound engineer keeping fantastic sounds, but I'm not able to play with the original instrument. That's how I started thinking, okay, the kanjira is the skin is very sensitive, and also during 2000, the government of India announced the monitor lizard is an endangered species. So carrying the original kanjira is an offensive. So what happened? I started thinking and brought out I worked out the Cooperman. So that's how I brought out my Ganesh Kumar signature series kanjiras. So where people really had the chance, because you cannot get original kanjira anymore, even 15 years back. So now that's how, as you said, with the microphone, with the speakers, even this kanjira you can play. You can tune it, and without microphone you can play. But with microphone, you really enjoyed the different tonal ranges from this instrument.
Yeah. And so this is built by Cooperman drums, right?
This is from the Cooperman drums is a maple wood rim with the this is kind of Japanese yen. They used to put copper jingles. Now they started getting huge Japanese bag and bags of coins, so that they put the jingles. So it gives the subtle sound. So it has the simple cut tones, kind of hi-hat sound, and then the bass low. You can tune it according to your taste and everything. I think this is the good alternative from the original, because the kanjira is becoming so much popular over the period of time. drum companies like Remo, Meinl, Cooperman, everyone started manufacturing the kanjira. Everyone, because this is very small drum, you can put it in the backpack, you can travel. When you are sitting in the signal, you can practice on your chest, you can practice on your hand, you can go to the park and play. It's not a big mridangam like or tabla. You have to carry a big weight. So every student, like a cello player or a piano player wants to learn this kanjira. It's a very simple, very small, very close to your heart.
Exactly. Yes. That's right. Yeah. And as you said, you can use it to practice at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And the sound is really amazing. The sound that you have is really very nice of the kanjira.
This one, it's completely tuned and you can able to hear all the subtle tones, the sharp, the close tones and open tones and the bending tones, all these things you can able to listen from this instrument.
Yeah. And so now a little bit more about music. So kanjira and the music. So you said it's connected to Carnatic music, to classical Indian music, and so if people want to study or if they learn Indian music, or how is it today nowadays?
As I said before, if you want to become a Carnatic percussionist, you have to learn 5-6 years of mridangam, and then you have to start learning nobody will learn kanjira like this after learning so much of in mridangam, spending time. So what I started writing lessons directly for the kanjira. No need to learn the mridangam. You can start learning kanjira. And I started giving lessons, and I brought out this DVD, which is very, very special, first in kind of the Carnatic percussion, which is brought like 22 years back. No DVD no tutorial for the Carnatic percussion at that time. So when I was in US, one of my friend in Houston, gave me an idea of developing lessons for the kanjira. So that's how I started, wrote a book, and then I started working with the drum, and I started the DVD. So if anyone wants kanjira to learn, they can get the kanjira, they can get the DVD, they can get the book, and then they can start learning slowly. And if has any difficulty, they can approach me or connect with me to get clarification, ideas, or further learning, mastering, anything. So it has become very easy. It has become very open right now. In fact, so many universities in US, kanjira and particularly Carnatic percussion is one of their course degrees where they get 1 or 2 grades, grades in their musical curriculum. Particularly universities like Southern Oregon University, Portland University, different universities particularly, and they are teaching the voice percussion, particularly the konnakol. So they want to listen, they want to communicate the rhythmical community, they want to develop. So they want to learn kanjira also. It's not so complicated. So they can learn vocal percussion, they can learn kanjira. It's very simple.
Yes, it's simple, but it takes time. By the way, I bought also this DVD.
Oh, great.
Many years ago already. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. So that's how I have so many. Not just for learning. It is not that you want to learn kanjira and you want to become a professional kanjira. It is not like that. You can definitely become a kanjira, but people learning violin or piano or a singer want to learn this kanjira so that they will put melody over that. They understand the the number game, what I used to say, the numbers, taka takita, 1 2 3 4 5, or taka dimi takita, or the nayans. They, how do they combine, how do they play for the different rhythm cycle, how do they play for the different subdivisions. They understand the technique, they understand the concept of the South Indian drumming, and then they apply to the respective instruments, and they play, and also they learn kanjira. It's very good, particularly when I went to base camp of the Victor Wooten in Nashville, and he gave his bass guitar and he asked me to play some kanjira on the guitar. So it's a pure learning for them. Oh, I will ask all the bass players to learn kanjira. So it is not that they want to become a kanjira artist. It is useful for them to move the fingers for the bass pluckings.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Also, the technique you can use for other percussions. For example, if you play conga, you can use the kanjira techniques, or on cajon, or also on darbuka. People use this split hand technique. So it's really something.
Yeah, it's a split finger technique. You are dividing the finger into two sections, and now playing. It's like a two sticks of the drum set, right and left.
Yes, exactly. And so what about your work? Now we talked a lot about the instrument, but what is your actual project at the moment? Are you teaching a lot? Are you teaching online, or you are in a...
Yes, because for the past more than 1.5 years, particularly for musicians like you and me, we are stuck. No travel, no international festivals. Every concert hall here in Chennai, not only in Chennai, all over India, is all the concert halls are closed, complete lockdown, because the second wave in India is a complete disaster. So much people, they contracted with the COVID. So right now I'm doing most of the studio work, recordings, doing project with the different musicians, and online teaching. And also I'm developing a new book for the kanjira. So it's soon going to get released. It's the first of its kind with Western notations, so that people having the Western knowledge can understand the Indian rhythms. So many things going on, utilizing the opportunity of this pandemic lockdown times, but mostly spending the time with the family, spending the time with the kids. So far, for the past 35-40 years, traveling, going here and there. So, but mostly I'm sitting with the kids. Hey, practice, and I'm also sharing my experience and teaching with my kids. It's a fun time, making ourselves positive in these days.
Yes. So you use your time with the family. That's a great. I think it's for many musicians. They are in the same situation. That this is the positive side. If you have a family, if you have kids, because as you said, you missed them because you were all the time traveling. Yes, and so you will also teach, I think on Monday, right? You have...
Yes, Monday. It's going to be a special class, definitely. I'm going to give little bit a minute of update about my kanjira class, where every musician can join, and I'm going to cover different areas. Not only for the beginner, not only for the advanced people. It will be a class for all the people to play different rhythms on this instrument. But not only on this instrument, whatever I'm going to give on that day, they can apply their own frame drums, own percussion drums, and try to play those rhythms on their own drums. It will be definitely a special class on Monday.
Great. That's fine. And so Ganesh, I think we could talk much longer. There are so many things. I think also what you could tell us, explain us, and you want to say something to our audience or to our people in the YouTube channel.
Definitely, keep drumming, keep smiling, and of course, stay safe, take care of yourself. We will all unite and come out from this hardest time we faced, and and uh, only through music only. Music has no language. We can communicate, and I can able to talk to you, I can able to communicate to you through the music. Definitely we all unite together and be in a positive energy. So we'll be all come back soon, and I will be in Freiburg soon to meet you all in person. I'm looking forward.
Hopefully, we are also looking forward, Ganesh. Thank you very much. And everyone who would like to contact Ganesh, I think through Facebook is possible easily, I think. And also, if they want to take classes or they want to study with you, it's also possible, I think.
Thank you, Murat. You are the great energy. You are the great inspiring person to all the frame drum musicians and frame drum community. You are doing a great job. It's not easy to conduct a huge festival so long every year. Almost 10-12 days of this festival. So best wishes to you. Be healthy, be safe, be secured, and my wishes to all in your office and all in the festival committee.
Thank you very much, Ganesh. Thank you.
My
And
love.
stay safe and bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, so I'm happy that now we can have a little time with our artist of the evening of the concert tonight at 8 o'clock German time, in Freiburg local time. We will present you a very special program, and we have some guests here to talk a little bit about about themselves, about their musical life, musical work, but especially also what will happen tonight, so that you have an idea. And so first I would like to start with Salim Veltitan. I'm very happy that you are here tonight. Salim, it's not the first time that you come.
No, I think it's my third time, yeah. My first time was in 2019, I think, yeah. It was my first time in Tamburi Mundi. It was a very nice experience. I was very impressed about all the musicians coming from all around the world, from many different places, many different traditions, amazing musicians, and a very special atmosphere, very positive atmosphere in terms of energy. I mean, so yeah, my first time was in 2019. Yeah.
And last year you came here. We had, unfortunately, due to the pandemic situation, we had to reduce everything, but still we could have you here.
Yeah, I was there last year with a duet, and last year we decided to present a concert in two different parts. The first part was about more traditional Algerian music, classical music and folk popular music, and the second part was more the modern part with fusion compositions and guests also.
And so you don't live far away from here. This is lucky for us,
and even for me.
So you live more or less in 1 hour away from here.
Yeah, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So
in Strasbourg.
Yeah, true.
And
the beautiful city of Strasbourg. If you don't know Strasbourg, you have to visit this city.
And you can go to Salim, drink coffee.
Of course.
Yes. And so before we talk about the concert, we maybe talk a little bit about your actual projects. I know you came here several times. I was not here in that time, but what did you do in Freiburg?
I was quite lucky during the pandemic because with my partner from New York, she is a dancer. Her name is Isra Warda. She's a dancer from New York. We decided to bring our energy together to create a CD resource about the most main North African rhythms that you can find, mainly rhythms from Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and some of them from Libya, with a focus on pop and folk rhythms. So the name of this project is the Rhythmology CD. This is the name of the project. And we did this project through a crowdfunding campaign. So we raised the money through this process. It was a great success because we reached our goal before the final, before the deadline.
Wow!
Yes, we raised a lot of money, almost 6,000 euro, and we decided to record this project in M's Factory Studio in Freiburg with the great Magarò. So that's why I had to come here many times to record first. So the 3 first days was focused on recording those main rhythms, and the second part of the CD making was to focus on mastering and mixing. And I'm very happy because it was very, very nice, and it's very easy to work with Ingo. The studio is just fantastic. And we will propose 25 tracks, 25 rhythms from North Africa. So it will be, I think, a great resource with a great sound. And we paid attention.
Just maybe know 2 of them. Sorry to interrupt you. I know 2 of them.
You
25. So I can learn a lot.
Yeah, you will learn a lot. And I learned some rhythms from Morocco, from Algeria, from Tunisia, from Libya, and we paid attention a lot to really try to be close to the traditional sound. So if you hear, for example, Qabaili rhythm from Algeria, there is a typical sound with typical instruments. So for us, it was really, really important to really keep the real sound of the village. If this is the sound of the village, you really have to hear the sound of the village. So, and I think we are close to that. So it will be very nice. And there will be also some bonus tracks. So, plus, of course, I was about to forget, there will be also a booklet inside.
Wow.
With some scores, some informations about the location of the rhythms. So yeah, it will be a great resource. So the music is finished. We just have to fix some details about the booklet because we have a partnership with an amazing Algerian designer from south of France, and he's in charge of making a beautiful cover with nice things. So yeah, so even during a pandemic, you can be able to make a project. So it was a real challenge, and I'm very happy that it will happen. And I think that now I think we are on holidays, so we have some delays, and I think that in September the project will be ready for people who are music lovers, rhythms lovers, and especially it's nice also because there is a focus on frame drums and bendir, because we believe that the main instruments, percussion instruments of North Africa is bendir, more or less. You find it in Morocco, you find it in Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. Of course, it's the typical bendir, North African bendir with tone, with strings, but we decided to focus on bendir.
Yeah.
So
nice. So we're looking forward, and that people can contact you easily with Facebook.
There
You
will
can
be some,
ask him when is it finished. When Salim, please.
Yeah, there will be some videos, and after that, we are planning to make a tour. We are working on a tour, so in Europe, mainly in Europe and in North America. So if situation is possible, we will make a tour of. It will be a mix of small performances, dance plus music, and some workshops also. So yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
So
we have the rhythmology CD. We will have the rhythmology tour. Yeah, with my dear friend Isra Warda.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe we will see here also. We can.
Yeah. She's a great dancer. Very nice, also teacher, and she has a great knowledge of music, especially music from Morocco and Algeria. She is specialized on music from Morocco and Algeria, especially from Shabi from Morocco and Rai from Algeria. Which are two pop folk categories of music that you can find there.
Nice. And so about tonight, so you arrived here and your instruments are already on the stage.
Yeah, it's almost finished. I just have to fix some things in my setup.
So you have a setup
tonight. I will try tonight a new setup that I created during the lockdown also. So I will use tonight. I will start to open the show with an electronic tool that I use, which is a pad. So I will open the show with that. Then I will move and I will present this setup, compositions with improvisations on this setup. And then also I will use a looper to present some traditional rhythms from North Africa. So then I will use more traditional instruments like bendir, like galal. I'm happy because tonight I will show how is the sound of the galal. It's a very special, weird instrument for people who don't know the galal, but it's very famous in some places in North Africa. It's kind of tarbuka, very low tuned with strings behind the skin. So it's kinds of balance between the bendir and the darbuka. It's very groovy, very funky. And I will also sing a little bit. Also, I will present a small song.
Nice,
so,
great.
It will be a very intense mix of short performances, around 20 minutes, more or less, something like that.
Yeah.
So I will open the show tonight. I'm happy because I will open the show.
Yes. So at 8 o'clock, Salim
At 8,
will open the show.
at 8.
And do you know who will do the sound tonight?
I have a small idea, of course. So tonight, we are lucky again. I am also lucky. I will feel home because Ingo will be in charge of the sound. So it's a guarantee for the audience to have and to assist to a concert in very good conditions.
Absolutely.
So everything tonight is ready to have a very nice moment tonight. So,
And so for all of you who will join the concert, as I said, you can, at 8 o'clock, we will start the stream. And also, if you have any questions, you can write in the chat. We have people who are taking care, so they can answer to your questions. And after the concert, for sure, you can, if you have anything to ask, maybe Salim about his setup. Especially the percussionists, they are interested, I think. Let me say the normal public is maybe not interested in details, how you use your pedals or something. But we have many frame drummers here, so they are maybe
I will be happy to answer to questions if they have questions. So and tonight it's a focus on North African vibration rhythm. So it will be a very special night.
Thank you very much. And you also have a workshop in the online workshop, right?
Yeah, I will have an online workshop. I'm not sure that I remember the date. I think it will be
me also, but you can write in the chat. We will answer, or you can go on the Tamburi Mundi website. And
it's a 3 hours workshop with a focus on Bendir, North African Bendir. So the workshop will be divided in 3 different sections. First, our Moroccan Bendir. Second hour, Algerian Bendir. And the last one, Tunisian Bendir. So we will focus on Shabi rhythm, Qabaili rhythm, and Fezzani rhythm from Tunisia. So it's a great chance, I think, for people who want to learn North African Bendir to have a nice idea of 3 different completely different way of approaching the Bendir.
I would be happy to have time to join your classes. I will see. Not sure if I have the time. Salim, thank you very much.
Thank you, Murat.
You will go now in the hall and meet Ingo, and so. Thank you very much.
See you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Yes, so Salim will, as we said, he will start the concert, and we have another guest of the evening, and I think Rani? Oh, hello. Hi. Wow. A long time ago that we met.
Long time,
Wow. we just met here. I was here in the channel, and Rani entered.
Other people.
Yes.
Okay, hi.
Yes.
Now get used to the whole digital and cameras. After the lockdown, I did a lot actually, talking to cameras like this.
But you know that there's someone
of course
behind.
I assume, of course.
So we were talking 16 years ago. You were here the first time because 16 years ago we had the first edition, and so we were searching for percussionists, frame drummers that are really interesting, let me say, for musically with interesting visions, ideas. So, and Rani was the first. I was thinking, okay. Oh, sorry, you were not the first. Glenn was the first.
Of course, the maestro. I was so happy to meet him. Actually, through Tamburi Mundi, I get to meet Glenn Willis, and it was really amazing for me. Such a not only great musician, but also very fantastic human being. I like him a lot, and I enjoyed talking to him and watching him performing. It's beautiful. It was nice. And also I'm so happy you called me because I get to realizing that the festival is still going on. It's just an amazing thing. The work you've been doing with your team to maintain such a festival is really, I'm so grateful for that. I'm really grateful. It's beautiful to see that festival growing up and still there, and you know, through that kind of festival, you build a huge community, and you have like a great community which really are interested to specific music and drums and frame drums, and I can assume through the watching I've been doing and the search I've been doing, I mean, the festival started a little bit kind of small, but the vision becomes bigger, and the variety is just huge and big, and it's really, just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you, Rani. Oh, it's
Really cool.
it's how can I say, it's there are many factors.
Yeah.
One is the e-work, for example,
Yeah.
our location.
Yeah.
This is something that the format is nice. It's not too big. It's
Yeah.
not too small.
Yeah.
And also all the musicians, of course, because they come here, they
Yeah.
bring their energy, they bring their positive visions, their ideas, their communication.
Yeah.
And so this is why people come here, because of this exchange of ideas. And also, yes, all the participants also.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if you would have found the time if there was no pandemic. Because I know you were traveling all the years.
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
true.
thinking, okay,
That's true.
probably Rani will not have time to come to Freiburg. So on this is one positive thing of the pandemic, because many concerts were cancelled.
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
And you had time now.
Yeah, it was great actually, and it's really perfect because it just was on tour with Dominic Miller, the guitar player in Italy, and this is perfect timing, and I have time. And after that, I'm going to Tel Aviv and some German dates also with Dominic Miller again. And before, I'm with my duo with Marielle Pacheco, the piano player from Cuba. Before I joined Sarah Connor again for the pop music, you know, for different kind of music. And I like being here because here I can express myself completely differently. And tonight is really specific, a very, very nice opportunity to do actually, or to introduce music where we come from, because I'm from Morocco and Selim is from Algeria, Mohsen is from Morocco. So today we're gonna bring you close to North Africa, and today I thought I'd take you with me in a flight over Moroccan land, escape, and show you the different rhythms. It's like flying over Morocco, or sometimes if you go to a bookstore and find a nice book about percussion and rhythms. This is how I can see my performance for tonight. You will turn the pages and learn on every page a new Moroccan rhythm. This is what I'm going to try to do tonight, to introduce you to the rhythms, and I find kind of concept to go from one rhythm to the other without doing any break, and using kind of polyrhythmical concepts to go from one rhythm to the other. It's going to be less virtuosity, but more depth into the material and matter of rhythms. So I'm going to be introducing a lot of archaic old Moroccan rhythms tonight.
Wow, that sounds cool. I didn't hear it, but I will listen to it because I will be in the concert.
I mean, you know it, but I was kind of really doing a little bit of research, and I found some old rhythms and some old rhythmical concepts of some tribes. So I'm going to bring them into my performance.
Yeah.
Before we play together.
Yeah. So you are living in Germany, in Cologne.
Yeah.
And but you have still contacts, still a relationship to your let me say, home
Yeah.
country? Or
Definitely. I mean, you're right. I mean, I'm here. I now I'm turning 50 this year. So the way I always say myself is just like in tree. I have my roots in Morocco, of course. This is where I learned the rhythms and learned the first steps of playing percussion. But I have, as a tree, you have branches everywhere. So I feel like my roots are in Morocco, but I have my branches all over the place on the world. I feel like citizen of the world. So I'm still like a kid. I want to learn more about the rhythms from all different kind of traditions and countries. And but I'm still connected to Morocco, and I'm very proud. Not only Moroccan, but someone who has his roots in Morocco.
Yeah. So you travel many times, for sure.
I'm trying to, because now it's really difficult to get there, and I hope everything's going to be fine. So I want to go there and visit my parents and see my friends there. And of course, I've been always going there teaching, and sometimes I went there 6 times a year to teach, but also to visit my parents and also to play with different artists. I'm still playing with artists from Morocco, which allows me to stay connected to that kind of music and understanding of it.
I think from the other side, let me say the Moroccan musicians or whatever, they can also profit a lot from you. To see someone from Morocco in Germany, I'm not talking about your success. I'm talking about your personality.
Okay. Well, hopefully,
open-minded, and still close to the tradition, but open, as you say, like a tree. And so I think for them, you're probably also an important. Not hero, but someone say, wow.
That's really nice. Thank you. Well,
so I think that you give them also a lot. I think. To encourage them to follow their way.
Very important that the point you mentioned is to be open, and it's music. Music is just waiting there and waiting for us musicians to go on stage and to realize itself through us. This is what music, and there are no boundaries in music. There is not right or wrong. There is no black and white. Music is just music, and music is like also has the same dynamic as life. Music doesn't stop somewhere. It's just develop non-stop, and you have to learn this as a musician. And of course, it's great to have an identity, but also you have to be open, and being open means to try to build always bridge between you and all different kind of music, and you have to go and discover all kind of music and being able to play with any kind of musician, any kind of band, and you have your roots, you have your identity, but you have to stay open and being able to play in any kind of genre of music. It's very important. I like that a lot, and I feel really good to be able to play in different bands with different genres. It's like speaking different languages. It's exactly the same. The more languages you speak, the more people you're going to meet, the more people you're going to know, and the more people are going to trust you because you speak their language.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward tonight.
So you have to work now and prepare the stage. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
So see you later.
Bye-bye.
So thank you very much, and I'm also looking forward to the concert tonight. And so at 8 o'clock we will start the concert, and tomorrow you can join again our channel the same time from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock German time. And we say bye-bye and stay safe.